My name is Daniel Hadgu, and I'm a co-founder with Ethiopay. We are a global payment payout platform that specializes in the payment needs of Ethiopians, including payments for utility bills as well as money transfer. Ethiopay was conceptualized out of the necessity when my mother, like millions of others, would have to go to the long manual processing of sending money back home to their family. And with her bad knee, it was especially painful for her to stand in those long lines. And globally speaking, a third of consumers worldwide are using two or more financial technology services, and Ethiopians are disproportionately being left out of that equation. And there's a saying we've all heard before: if it ain't broken, don't fix it. And unfortunately, that's more of a way of life in Ethiopia, which has impeded innovation for the 3.5 million Ethiopians living abroad who have adopted technology into their everyday life that has left them with very few ways to support their friends and family in Ethiopia. Take, for example, my co founder, Michael. He would regularly send money to his cousin in Ethiopia, but with his busy work schedule, the limited options turned helping his cousin into an inconvenience. And the old school way of thinking also made that fight against COVID that much more difficult to win in a predominantly cash based society. And with our centralized global payment platform, we enable users a simple and convenient way to do bill pay, money transfer, and add voice and data credit to their mobile phones in Ethiopia. And our consumer research has shown us our platform addresses three main pain points for prospective consumers. No longer bound by geographical location, people like my mom can send money to pay her family's bills from wherever she's at. But the issue with remitting money isn't only on the sender side, with less than 1% of people in Ethiopia owning cars. Picking up large sums of cash doesn't just endanger the receiver's safety regarding mugging, but with public transportation being the only option for many, the exposure to COVID 19 is much greater with traditional remittance services like Western Union. And lastly, our fees are comparable to some of the lowest on the market. And being a strictly digital service, we are able to eliminate much of the overhead traditional money agents are faced with, allowing us to pass the savings to our consumers. And lastly, Ethiopians abroad sent $5 billion dollars back home. And with the largest Ethiopian diaspora population right here in the United States, Ethiopia have direct access to a serviceable address market of $900 million dollars. And we set an initial target of acquiring 10% of the market share with our customer acquisition strategy, which is focused on informing consumers they now have a method of supporting loved ones in a way that saves them time, money, and doesn't risk anyone's safety or health. And Ethiopay will use a transactional fee model to gain revenue from each transaction made inside of our platform. And we are going to be breaking even on net income by year three with $362,664. And by year five, bringing in more than $7 million. dollars. And a funding of $2 million dollars is needed for the payment license in Ethiopia and operational expenses. And we believe that we will be able to be cash positive in operations by year three. We have been completely bootstrapped and have built out the mobile and web-based application, which is developed for both iOS and Android application, built in Flutterwave software development kit, and incorporates a unique development stack incorporating Google Firebase, Apple PushKit, Stripe API, and their cloud functions. And we've also traveled to Ethiopia to talk to local state-owned enterprises. And with regulatory and compliance policies being in the immediate horizon, we believe it's now appropriate to seek funding to acquire the necessary mobile money license in Ethiopia. And the reason why this is an untapped market is due to the new directives issued in 2020 by the Ethiopian government, banning foreign mobile money operators to enter the market, opting instead to promote local operators like Ethiopay. And with reports indicating a CAGR of 21% for mobile payments volumes in Ethiopia, the market is set to be worth $9.5 billion by 2025. The primary competitors offer no digital experience for the international money transfer, while startups in Ethiopia are focused on serving the local population there, which leaves the 3.5 million Ethiopian diasporas that control the over $5 billion underserved, which provides Ethiopay with the first mover advantage. And our latest addition to our roster is allowing the users to buy a slice of their favorite company with as little as $1. And by partnering with brokerage firms in the United States as well as Ethiopia, we can provide access to the US stock exchange, allowing an alternative way to save money and build wealth. A revolutionary product which has never been offered in Ethiopia. And while in our journey to disrupt the African fintech market, we gained traction in the Atlanta tech space by embedding ourselves in the community, gaining momentum by partnering in events like the FinTech South 2020 to the international events such as the African FinTech Summit 2020. And from conceptualization and beyond, our mission statement has been the same. We want to make it so easy for people to send money that your loved ones feel as if you're right there with them. And as Ethiopia becomes an established market, we will leverage our understanding of the market and infrastructure to build the partnerships required to expand throughout the continent of Africa. And the key takeaways from our presentation we want you to remember is Ethiopay is evolutionary, and the investment piece is revolutionary in the sense that it has never been done before. And with that said, Ethiopay has the ability to create social impact and generate meaningful revenue. We appreciate the opportunity to present to you all, and we thank you for your time.